So I get a call from a client this week and he wants to talk about his car insurance. And before he says anything else, I know the first question out of his mouth will be, why did my North Carolina car insurance go up? And I get it. I truly get it. Most people think that their car insurance should go down each year, but the reality is it doesn't. We're going to spend a little bit of time and figure out why. Are you ready? Let's go. So let's go ahead and get the big one out of the way. Rate increases. This is the one that no one really wants to talk about. Sometimes insurance companies have to take rate increases and your insurance is going to go up regardless of anything that you may have done. Is it fair? Yes and no. Do I want to pay more for my own car insurance? No, I don't want to pay more for my own car insurance, but I understand why I have to. And before we go anywhere, I want to dispel a huge rumor. Insurance agents do not get discounts on their own insurance. Now, you may or may not know that insurance companies are subject to what the North Carolina Rate Bureau recommends and what the insurance commissioner approves for rates in North Carolina. So here's how it works. An insurance company will request for the North Carolina Rate Bureau to increase rates a certain percentage. The North Carolina Rate Bureau will then in turn make a recommendation to the Department of Insurance. The Department of Insurance will then review it and they'll make a decision whether or not to, 1, take that rate increase, 2, decline it, or make a rate increase of their own. Speaking of the North Carolina Rate Bureau, they actually made a rate request increase just last month on February 2nd, 2017. This is the first rate increase that they are requesting since 2009, and the average rate increase will be 13.8%. According to the news release, there are 4 main reasons as to why the North Carolina Rate Bureau is making this request. According to the North Carolina DMV, in 2015, fatalities increased 8.1%, injuries increased 11.8%, and reported crashes were up 11.1% from 2014. In 2015, the number of miles driven is up from the average of the preceding 5 years by 13% and is believed to be the most significant factor in the increase of losses. Inflation in 2016 has increased vehicle repair costs by 2.4% and total medical care costs by 3.8%. According to the estimates by the North Carolina DMV, in 2015, there were 7% more crashes due to distracted driving and 13.2% more alcohol-related crashes. Another factor that comes into play is the North Carolina recoupment fee, and something that is charged on all car insurance policies in North Carolina. Think of this like a sales tax on your car insurance policy and something that is unique to North Carolina. Let's take a look at the last 4 fees. The last 4 fees were 4.86%, 4.06%, 8.26%, and 9.94%. As you can see, there has been an increase over the last year regarding the fee that all drivers in North Carolina have to pay. And this may be the reason that your car insurance went up in the last year. Insurance companies are in the business to make money. Now, there is a handful of people that believe that insurance companies should just go ahead, pay whatever claims regardless of profit or coverage or anything like that. But the reality is they can't operate like that. Think about this. Warren Buffett owns Berkshire Hathaway, and Berkshire Hathaway owns Geico Insurance. Do you really think Warren Buffett doesn't plan on making any money by owning Geico Insurance? Of course he does, and so do his stockholders. So just think of that the next time you think about an insurance company actually making money. Just like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, we have to worry about the dreaded accidents, claims, tickets, oh my. Now, this is where the conversation usually changes and people are a little more understanding of why their car insurance went up. Let's take a look at accidents and claims to see what type of accidents or claims that you could have. You can have an at-fault accident, a non-at-fault accident, or a comprehensive or other than collision claim. The last 2 are the same, it just depends on what your insurance company calls. Now, in North Carolina, we follow something called pure contributory negligence, which means if a driver is 1% at fault in an accident, then both drivers are at fault in that accident. Now, North Carolina is one of 4 states that follows this type of law, including the District of Columbia. The other states are Alabama, Maryland, and Virginia. Now, depending upon how much the insurance company pays out for the claim will depend on how many insurance points you may be assigned. As of March 1st, 2017, if an insurance company pays out $0 to $1,850, it's 1 insurance point. $1,851 to $3,084 is 2 insurance points, and then anything above $3,085 is 3 insurance points. If you do have a not at fault accident, then you don't have to worry about any insurance points. I do recommend filing a claim with the other person's insurance and not going through your insurance to begin with. Now, you do have the option to file the claim with your own insurance company, but you will have to pay your deductible. There are generally 10 different scenarios where you could file a comprehensive or other than collision claim, and sometimes they're referred to as acts of God claims. Missiles or falling objects, fire, theft or larceny, explosion or earthquake, windstorm, hail, water or flood, malicious mischief or vandalism, riot or civil commotion, contact with a bird or animal, breakage of glass. Now, the most common claims are falling objects, hail, vandalism, contact with a bird or animal, and breakage of glass. I know I just gave you half the list, but the majority of claims that my clients experience have to do something with a tree falling on their car, hail damage to their car, someone vandalizing their car, hitting a deer with their car, and then the number one claim is damage to your windshield. Now let's talk a little bit about tickets. Now, I'm not going to go through every single type of ticket that you could be charged with or convicted of. What I'm going to do is take a look at the most common ones that I see. Now, you could have a DUI or a DWI and you'll have 12 points. Driving while your license is suspended or revoked, 8 points. Speeding is 1 to 4 points. Improper signal, turn, or use of lane, 1 point. Passing a stopped school bus, 4 points. Please don't ever do that. Running a red light, 1 point, or a safe movement violation is 1 point. Now, what you need to know is that tickets are based on what you're convicted of, not what you are charged of. Think of this. You get a speeding ticket for going 70 in a 55-mile-an-hour zone. Now, that is 2 insurance points. You go to court and they decide to only charge you with 64 and a 55. That is 1 insurance point. So the insurance company is going to go ahead and charge you 1 insurance point rather than the 2 that you were originally given a ticket for. If you have an accident or receive a ticket, then generally you're going to end up with insurance points on your record. There are a few exceptions to when there aren't insurance points charged, but that's a topic for another day. Now, the insurance points will be charged on your policy for 3 years plus your renewal date. Here's how it works. Your insurance begins on January 1st, 2017, and you receive a speeding ticket on February 14th, 2017. You go to court March 20th, 2017, and you're convicted of a 2-point speed. When your policy renews on January 1st, 2018, you'll have 2 insurance points on your record. When your car insurance renews on January 2nd, 2021, in 3 years, the 2 insurance points will come off your record. The reason that the insurance points won't come off your policy on March 20th, 2020 is because the insurance company didn't start charging you the 2 insurance points until the policy renewed on January 1st, 2018. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call or send me an email. Now, you may or may not know that insurance companies use something called an insurance score to determine how much to charge you for your premium. Now, if you've never heard of an insurance score, it is a credit-based statistical analysis of an individual's potential to file an insurance claim. Insurance companies believe that this gives them a better assessment of risk exposure and to predict future losses. Did I lose you there? Because I got bored even myself. Now, here are some factors that go into determining what your insurance score are. Outstanding debt, length of credit history, late payments, public records of bankruptcy judgments or liens, new applications for credit, types of credit used, available credit and payment patterns. Now, there are some factors that insurance companies will not use. They will not use income, race, gender, religion, marital status, national origin, geographic location. An insurance company is looking at long-term patterns and the responsible use of credit when determining someone's insurance score. Now, hopefully in the future, insurance companies will be a little more transparent with the way that they come up with your insurance score and a little more forthcoming with what your insurance score actually is. It's something that I hope to see in the future. So how do you make your North Carolina car insurance less? Great question. There are a few different things that you can do. The first is you can make sure that you have your car and your home insurance with the same company to get a multi-policy discount. Make sure you're a safe driver, avoid getting into any accidents, Try not to file a lot of claims and not get any tickets. I know, a little easier said than done. You could also buy stock in the insurance company that you're with. I know it seems a little ridiculous, but remember, insurance companies are for profit, so you might as well make some money off the company that you're giving your money to. You can also make sure to maintain good credit so that your insurance score stays as low as possible to get you the best rates. And finally, you want to review your coverages every few years to make sure that you don't have any unnecessary coverages. You may not need comprehensive and collision on that 1998 Honda Accord anymore. If you found this video helpful and would like for us to review your car insurance need, then contact us today. To make life a little easier, you can actually schedule a 30-minute phone call with me by clicking down below. Look forward to hearing from you soon, and have a great day.